In the small, sleepy town of Willow Creek, an ancient cave lay hidden in the dense forest. For generations, the cave was considered off-limits, a place whispered about in hushed tones. Legends spoke of strange occurrences and disappearances, but most dismissed these as mere folklore. One autumn afternoon, a group of four adventurous teenagers, Jake, Sarah, Emily, and Chris, decided to explore the cave. They had heard the tales, but were eager for an adventure. As they ventured deeper into the dark, damp corridors, the air grew colder and the shadows longer. Suddenly, Jake's flashlight beam caught something unusual on the ground. A shiver ran down his spine as he realized what it was: a human skeleton, partially buried under rocks and debris. The sight was both fascinating and horrifying, and the group knew they had stumbled upon something far more sinister than they had anticipated. The discovery of the skeleton sent shockwaves through Willow Creek. The town sheriff, Tom Benson, launched an investigation. Despite his tough exterior, Tom was deeply unsettled by the find. He remembered the old stories his grandmother used to tell about the cave and how those who ventured far never returned. The forensic team identified the remains as belonging to a young woman who had gone missing over 50 years ago. As more bones were uncovered, it became clear that the cave held many dark secrets. The townsfolk were terrified, and whispers of a curse spread like wildfire. Determined to uncover the truth, Sheriff Benson enlisted the help of Dr. Amanda Collins, a local historian and archaeologist. Amanda was well versed in the town's history and had always been intrigued by the cave's mysteries. Together, they delved into old records and archives, piecing together the story of the cave. They discovered that the cave had been used by a secret society in the early 1900s, a group obsessed with dark rituals and human sacrifices. The more they uncovered, the clearer it became that the cave was a place of immense evil. As the investigation progressed, strange things began to happen. Sheriff Benson started experiencing vivid nightmares, and Amanda felt a constant sense of being watched. It was as if the cave itself was aware of their intrusion and was trying to protect its secrets. One night, while examining artifacts from the cave, Amanda found an old journal belonging to the leader of the secret society. The journal detailed horrific rituals performed in the cave, rituals meant to summon an ancient entity known as the Watcher. The journal's entries described the Watcher as a malevolent spirit, bound to the cave through dark magic. It fed on fear and despair, growing stronger with each soul it consumed. The last entry was a chilling warning: the Watcher awakens. Beware those who disturb its slumber. Sheriff Benson and Amanda realized that by uncovering the cave's secrets, they had inadvertently awakened the Watcher. They knew they had to stop it before it could claim more lives. As fear gripped the town, strange occurrences escalated. Shadows moved on their own, whispers echoed through empty streets, and people reported seeing a dark figure lurking at the edge of their vision. The once peaceful town of Willow Creek was now a place of fear and paranoia. Sheriff Benson and Amanda decided to seek help from Father Michael, the town's priest. Father Michael was a man of strong faith and had dealt with the supernatural before. He agreed to help, believing that only through faith could they banish the Watcher. Father Michael devised a plan to perform a cleansing ritual in the cave. The ritual required specific herbs, holy water, and a symbol of pure light. The group gathered the necessary items and prepared for the confrontation. The night of the ritual was filled with tension. As they entered the cave, the air grew thick with malevolence. The deeper they went, the more oppressive the atmosphere became. They reached the chamber where the skeletons had been found, and Father Michael began the ritual. As Father Michael chanted prayers and sprinkled holy water, the cave trembled. Shadows coalesced into a dark form, the Watcher, its eyes glowing with malevolent intent. The temperature plummeted, and an overwhelming sense of dread filled the chamber. Sheriff Benson and Amanda stood their ground, supporting Father Michael as he fought to banish the entity. The Watcher attacked, its shadowy tendrils lashing out, but the power of the ritual held it at bay. The struggle seemed endless, but finally, a blinding light filled the chamber. The Watcher let out a horrific screech as it was enveloped in the light, its form dissolving into nothingness. The cave fell silent, the oppressive atmosphere lifting. Exhausted but relieved, the group knew they had succeeded. They had banished the Watcher and freed the souls trapped within the cave. However, they also knew that the cave would always be a place of darkness, a reminder of the evil that once lurked there. In the days that followed, the town of Willow Creek began to heal. The cave was sealed off permanently, and a memorial was erected to honor the victims. Sheriff Benson and Amanda continued their work, forever changed by their experience. Father Michael returned to his church, his faith strengthened by the ordeal. The town slowly returned to normal, but the memory of the Watcher and the horrors of the cave lingered in the minds of those who had faced it. Despite the town's recovery, some mysteries remained unsolved. The journal mentioned other rituals and entities that the Order had tried to summon. Amanda continued her research, determined to uncover all the secrets of the past and ensure that no other dark forces could threaten Willow Creek. Sheriff Benson, though scarred by the experience, found a renewed sense of purpose. He made it his mission to protect the town from any future threats, both human and supernatural. Just as peace seemed restored, strange occurrences began again. People reported seeing a shadowy figure in their dreams, and animals in the forest acted strangely. It seemed that the Watcher was not the only entity tied to the cave. Amanda discovered that the Order had attempted to summon multiple entities, each bound to a different part of the town. The rituals had failed, but the entities remained, waiting for a chance to break free. Amanda and Sheriff Benson realized they had to perform more rituals to cleanse the town completely. Each ritual was more dangerous than the last, requiring immense courage and strength. They enlisted the help of other townspeople, forming a team dedicated to protecting Willow Creek. The group became known as the Guardians of Willow Creek. They trained in both physical and spiritual combat, preparing for the battles ahead. Father Michael taught them the ancient prayers and rituals necessary to banish the entities. As they performed each ritual, the town experienced waves of supernatural activity. The entities fought back, but the Guardians stood firm, their bonds strengthening with each victory. The last entity was the most powerful, tied to the heart of the town. The Guardians gathered in the town square, where the final ritual would take place. The air was charged with anticipation and fear, knowing this would be their ultimate test. As Father Michael began the ritual, the entity manifested, a swirling mass of darkness and despair. The Guardians fought bravely, using all their skills and knowledge to banish it. The entity proved to be stronger than they had anticipated. It became clear that a sacrifice was needed to complete the ritual. Sheriff Benson, understanding the gravity of the situation, offered himself as the sacrifice. His bravery and selflessness gave the Guardians the strength they needed to banish the entity once and for all. With the final entity banished, peace returned to Willow Creek. The town mourned the loss of Sheriff Benson, honoring him as a hero. His sacrifice ensured the safety of the town, and his legacy lived on through the Guardians. Amanda was appointed the new sheriff of Willow Creek. She continued the work of protecting the town, using her knowledge and experience to keep the town safe from any future threats. The Guardians remained vigilant, ready to face any challenge that came their way. Despite the victories, Amanda knew that the town would always be haunted by its past. The cave remained a dark place, its secrets never fully revealed. The Watcher's legacy lived on, a reminder of the thin veil between our world and the darkness beyond. As the years passed, Willow Creek thrived. The town grew and prospered, but the memory of the cave and the Watcher never faded. The Guardians remained, a silent force of protection, ensuring that the town's dark past would never return. Amanda, now an elder, looked back on her life with pride. She had faced the darkness and emerged stronger, her faith in humanity and the power of light unwavering. The cave remained sealed, a monument to the courage and sacrifice of those who fought to protect Willow Creek.